What's up guys, welcome back to another electric skateboard video. Today we're talking about the top 5 best upgrades for your electric skateboard. To start off our list, we're gonna go with bearings. Never underestimate what a really nice set of bearings will do for your build. I know a lot of us, they just go and we grab the cheapest bearings we could possibly find, but I do urge you to explore more expensive options. One, they should last you a lot longer, and you definitely do feel the difference. At least I feel the difference when I've got a really nice set of bearings in my board compared to some cheaper ones. At the very least, you guys should be definitely cleaning your bearings regularly. We do have a video about that. I'll make sure that pops up on the screen. And yeah, so make sure you're getting nice quality bearings. I really like the ceramic bearings that we've got here. These are the board bumpers, Skateboard bearings. These are really cool. And they're very, very pretty, but definitely don't underestimate what a really, really nice set of bearings will do for your ride. They should feel a lot smoother, they'll last you longer, and yeah, that's pretty much it. High quality bearings. So for the first like 3 or 4 years of riding electric skateboards, I only ever rode street wheels. Until one day I finally put all-terrain tires on my board, and it honestly, game changer, man. I know this is a big like preference thing, but if you haven't ridden on all-terrain wheels yet, definitely pick up a set. Upgrade your board to be able to ride in all different terrains. I think the ride's much more comfortable. You do sacrifice some range, but I do think it's definitely a big upgrade. When people see your board, it just looks like, I don't know, it just looks way more mean, I guess you could say. But I pretty much have switched over to all-terrain tires, and I really haven't ever gone back since I've switched. So we've got 6-inch tires as well as 7-inch tires, but there's also 8-inch tires and larger out there. My favorites are definitely the 7s. I think good performance, good comfort, decent range. So that's definitely what I would be picking on my next board, would be the 7s. Okay guys, this next upgrade, this one is very popular with everybody. So everybody wants their boards to go faster. They want to just break that top speed as far as they can. When you have a board that goes 22 miles an hour out of the box, people are trying to get them up to 30 plus miles an hour. So the easiest way to do that is to just change out your wheel pulleys. So this is another board bumpers product, but I really like these because they're just super simple. You just have to change out your wheel pulley as well as your belt size, but you can alter your gear ratios or your teeth count on your pulleys to dramatically increase your top speeds. For example, if we take like a Evolve GTR, for example, their top speed's like 21, 22 miles an hour with 7-inch tires. If you simply just change out the stock 66T pulley and add a 58T pulley, now you're gonna be up to 25, 26 miles an hour. So you're adding a nice little boost to speed, which 3 or 4 miles an hour, it adds up. When you're already at 22 and you go up to that 25 or 26 miles an hour, you can definitely feel the difference. You'll definitely be able to keep up with a little bit more boards out there. So just simply pulling your stock pulley out and putting a new one in, huge upgrade. For the street wheels, oh man, these get nuts. So this is a 36 tooth pulley. A lot of stock pulleys are 36, 38, so this is more of a stock, but this one here is 29. We're able to push boards well into the 30s with their 29, and depending what board you have, this 23 tooth will get you up to 40 miles an hour. It's insane. So this is a huge upgrade. Definitely not for everybody. Like, not everybody wants to go 40 miles an hour, but if you are trying to boost your top speed a little bit, definitely take a look at some of these different pulleys. These are super cool. So item number 4 on my list is the remotes. And I think the remotes is probably like my favorite category of all the parts. This is the only way we really communicate with our board. So we want to make sure that we have a really, really nice remote in our hands. Both the VX2 Pro and the VX4 have proven to be very reliable for me. I've had 0 issues with either of these. Some people like the one form factor over the other. I can tell you the VX4's new screen, super rad. You can pretty much get a live display of the actual throttle, which is pretty cool. It has a lot of different telemetry things it saves in here. It saves like your overall odometer on here. Pretty cool. VX2 Pro, same deal. Nice screen up front. You can get your top speed on here. So if you've been using the same remote for a long time, definitely consider getting a new one. I love the throttles are getting to start feeling really good. But this is what I would do. If I had an older remote, I would definitely be switching to one of these, especially the price points of these are getting really good nowadays. So anyways, if you haven't switched already, I would consider either one of these remotes have my stamp of approval. So the 5th and final upgrade I would recommend is swapping out your stock ESC to a VESC-based ESC. So this is the Stormcore 60D Plus from LaCroix, and this thing is an absolute unit, super thick, has an amazing built-in heatsink. And what this pretty much allows you to do is change all your settings. It gives you the control over your board that you probably don't have in your stock setup. So we can change the throttle curve, which pretty much changes the way that your remote interacts or alters the way that your throttle feels when you actually press the accelerator or the brakes. We can change how much amperage we're pulling from the battery. We can change how much amperage we're pushing to your motors. We can change all those settings so you actually get the ride and feel you're looking for. Everybody's so different, so to have a stock ESC that does one thing, it doesn't really work that well, but having a vest-based system really, really helps. This thing also has a built-in Bluetooth module, so you can actually get a whole bunch of different third-party apps, track your rides, stuff like that. And then it also opens up a huge opportunity to use third-party remotes. So like your stock board, you may have one, maybe two different remote options, but with something like this, we've got so many different input options. We can use a ton of different variety of remotes from all different brands. So this kind of just opens the opportunity up a lot for different accessories, remotes, stuff like that. So if you haven't gotten something like this, also this just increases the performance of your board right away. The other ESCs are usually relatively cheap. They're just not putting the components that this thing's got. So not the cheapest thing in the world, but it definitely is an upgrade. All right, guys, that's my top 5. If I had to pick 5, these would be the top 5 that I would actually pick. So go to the comment section below right now. Let me know how you plan to upgrade your board. I know everyone's boards, they're never done. They're always a work in progress, but these are the things that I have actually added to my board. So I, on my board, use 58s on 7s with a VX4 and a Stormcore and these bearings. So all of these things exist on my personal board. And I started off with much lesser parts. I had a VX1, I had a much worse ESC, random bearings, random like pulleys, like all these things definitely, I think, made my board a lot better. Again, go to the comment section below. Let me know how you guys are gonna plan on upgrading your boards, because I'm sure I missed something here. This is only my top 5, but what are your top 5 things you wanna change? Let me know in the comments below, and we will see you guys in the next one.